My name is Sarah Thompson, and I'm 42 years old. People always say I look younger, but lately the mirror has been showing me the truth. Faint lines around my eyes from too many sleepless nights, shoulders that carry the weight of decisions no one else wanted to make. I raised my daughter Ashley alone after her father walked out when she was 3. No child support, no weekend visits, just me, a cashier job that turned into night shift manager, and then a second job cleaning offices on weekends. Every extra dollar went into a college fund I started the day she was born. I wanted her to have the chances I never did. When Ashley got accepted into her dream school 3 hours away, I cried in the grocery store parking lot, tears of pride mixed with terror at the tuition bill. But I made it work. I refinanced the house, picked up more shifts, stopped buying anything new for myself. For 4 years, I paid whatever the scholarships and loans didn't cover. Tuition top-ups that ran $8,000 to $10,000 a semester. Her off-campus apartment rent, $9.50 a month because she needed space to study. Her car insurance, gas, textbooks, even the laptop she had to have for graphic design classes. And every month, like clockwork, I sent $500 extra so she wouldn't have to work and could focus on her future. I never asked for thanks. A text saying "got it, love you" was enough. I told myself that's what mothers do. We give quietly, we sacrifice without keeping score. Ashley met Jake junior year. He was polite the few times I met him, tall, charming smile, studying business. Soon the requests changed. Mom, Jake's car broke down. Can you help with the repair? Mom, we found this cute apartment together, but the deposit is steep. Mom, Jake's parents help him. It's only fair. I sent the money. I bought them groceries when they said the dining hall food was making Ashley sick. I paid for their spring break trip to Florida because networking with Jake's friends will help her career. I even paid for Ashley's cap and gown, the graduation announcements, the professional photos she wanted for LinkedIn. Total? I added it up one night when I couldn't sleep. Over 4 years, more than $120,000. That's my entire retirement savings, the equity I pulled from the house, the overtime I could never get back. I was proud. My daughter was going to graduate debt-free in a field she loved. That was worth everything. Graduation weekend was circled on my calendar for months. I took a week off work, the first vacation in 6 years. I bought a new dress, light blue, the one Ashley once said brought out my eyes. I booked a hotel room near campus even though it cost more than my weekly paycheck. I planned to drive up Friday, help her pack the apartment, attend the Saturday ceremony, then the family dinner she kept mentioning. Thursday night, Ashley called. Her voice was bright, nervous, excited. Mom, everything's set for this weekend. The ceremony is at 10, then we're doing photos on the quad, and there's a rooftop dinner afterward. It's going to be amazing. I smiled into the phone. I can't wait, sweetheart. I'll be there Friday evening. Should I bring anything? A pause. Then, softer, actually. Mom, about the dinner. It's super limited seating. The venue only holds 40 people, and it's mostly my friends from the design program, plus Jake's family flying in from Colorado. And Dad, well, he and Lisa really wanted to be there for the big moments. My heart did a slow flip. Okay, so should I come to the ceremony and then head home? I can skip the dinner if it's tight. Another pause, longer this time. Actually, the ceremony is huge, thousands of people. It might be overwhelming. You hate crowds, remember? And parking is insane. Maybe you could just watch the live stream? The school's doing a professional one, and we'll FaceTime right after I get my diploma. I sat down on the kitchen chair, the one with the wobbly leg I'd never had time to fix. Ashley, honey, I've been planning this for months. I took time off work. I want to be there. I want to see you walk across that stage. I know, Mom, but it's my day, you know? And everyone's so young and celebrating. You'd feel out of place. You always say you're exhausted after long drives anyway. I don't remember how the call ended. I think I said something about being proud of her. I think I told her I loved her. Then I sat in the dark kitchen for a long time, staring at the blue dress hanging on the back of the door. Saturday morning, I watched the live stream alone on my laptop. Thousands of graduates in black gowns, the sun shining on the football field turned ceremony ground. When they called Ashley Marie Reynolds, graphic design, I saw her, my beautiful girl, smiling wide, shaking the dean's hand. I cried. I clapped like an idiot in my empty living room. Then came the photos. Ashley posted them almost immediately. Her and Jake in front of the campus fountain. Her with her design friends, champagne flutes raised. Her with her father and stepmother Lisa, arms around Ashley like they'd been there every step. Lisa holding the diploma frame, beaming. Jake's parents, people I'd never met, posing like proud grandparents to be. Caption: couldn't have done this without the best family support. Hashtag graduated, hashtag blessed. Not one photo of me. Not one mention. I scrolled through Jake's stories too. A video of the rooftop dinner, string lights, long tables, laughter. Lisa giving a tearful toast to our brilliant girl, who we are so proud to call daughter. Everyone cheering. Ashley hugging her, mouthing "I love you" to the camera. I closed the laptop and went to bed at 8 p.m. on a Saturday night. I didn't answer Ashley's texts, 3 of them, full of graduation emojis and "miss you, mom." Sunday morning, I made coffee and sat at the kitchen table with my bank statements. I added it all again. $127,400 total. That's what I had given her. That's what I had given up. Monday, life went back to normal for Ashley. She and Jake had signed a lease on a 1-bedroom in the city, $200 a month, perfect. Location for job interviews. They'd put down the deposit using the graduation gift money from Jake's parents. But the first month's rent was due soon, and they were a little short after graduation expenses. Ashley called Tuesday evening. Her voice was light, excited about her new job offer. Then the shift. "Mom, the apartment is amazing, but the move-in fees were higher than we thought. And I need to buy work clothes. Could you send like $3,000 to tide us over? Just until my first paycheck." I let her talk. I let her explain how responsible they were being, how this was the last time they'd need help, how much they appreciated everything I'd done. When she finished, I said quietly, "Ashley, do you remember telling me I'd feel out of place at your graduation dinner?" A small laugh, nervous. "Mom, come on, it was crowded. Do you remember saying the ceremony would be too overwhelming for me?" "Mom, I didn't mean." "I only fund graduations," I said, my voice steady in a way that surprised even me, where the mother who paid every single bill is special enough to sit in the family section. Silence. Long, deep silence. "Mom, you can't be serious. You've always helped." "I have always helped," I agreed. "And you've always taken it. But this time, I'm choosing me." I heard her breathing quicken. "This is about the dinner? You're punishing me over seating." "No, sweetheart. This is about realizing that love shouldn't cost $127,400 and still leave me watching from home. This is about understanding that I deserve to be more than a bank account with visitation rights." She started crying. Then Jake got on the phone, voice calm and reasonable, the way men talk when they think emotions are hysterical. "Sarah, this is crazy. Ashley's upset. We're starting our lives. You can't just cut her off over one weekend." "Watch me," I said, and hung up. I didn't sleep that night, but not from guilt. From adrenaline. From the shock of hearing my own voice say no and mean it. Wednesday morning, I called my bank. I canceled the joint savings account I'd kept open for emergencies. I removed Ashley as an authorized user on my credit card. I stopped the automatic transfer I'd set up for her car insurance. By Friday, the calls were constant. Ashley, Jake, even my ex-husband leaving a voicemail about family responsibility. I let them all go to voicemail. Saturday, I drove to the travel agency downtown, the one I'd walked past 1,000 times, always thinking someday. I booked the trip to Paris I'd dreamed about since I was Ashley's age. 10 days. Eiffel Tower, Louvre, cafes with croissants I wouldn't feel guilty buying. Departure in 3 weeks. When I got home, there was a car in my driveway I didn't recognize. Ashley's. She was sitting on my porch steps, eyes red, Jake beside her looking annoyed. "Mom," she said as soon as I stepped out, "we need to talk. This is insane. You're acting like a child." I unlocked the door and walked inside without inviting them. They followed anyway. I set my purse down and turned to face them. You have 5 minutes. Ashley burst into tears again. How can you do this? I'm your daughter. You're my daughter, I said. And I love you. But love isn't a blank check. Love isn't watching your graduation alone while strangers take credit for raising you. Love isn't being told I'm too old, too tired, too inconvenient for your special day. Jake tried the reasonable voice again. Sarah, we're sorry about the weekend. It was poor planning. But cutting Ashley off financially, it's cruel. She's just starting out. I looked at him. Really looked. Jake, you've never paid a single bill for her education. You've never worked 2 jobs to keep her fed. So maybe sit this one out. He flushed red. Ashley sobbed harder. I continued. I gave everything I had. Not because you earned it, but because I thought that's what mothers do. But mothers are people too. And people deserve respect. They deserve to be included. They deserve not to be erased from the story of their own child's life. Ashley wiped her face. So what now? You're just done? You're abandoning me. No, I said softly. I'm not abandoning you. I'm stopping the abandonment of myself. I've been abandoning my own dreams, my own health, my own future for years to fund yours. And you thanked me by making sure I wasn't in any of your graduation photos. I walked to the door and opened it. It's time for you to go. They left. Ashley crying, Jake muttering about talking when she's calmer. I closed the door and leaned against it, heart pounding. That night, I took the blue dress out of the closet. The one I'd bought for graduation. I held it up, looked at it for a long time, then folded it neatly and put it in a donation bag. Some other mother would wear it to her daughter's big day and actually get to attend. 3 weeks later, I was on a plane to Paris. First class, I used the points I'd been saving for Ashley's future wedding. The flight attendant brought me champagne before takeoff. I looked out the window as we taxied, the runway lights blurring slightly through tears. But they weren't sad tears anymore. They were tears of relief. In Paris, I walked everywhere. I ate pastries without calculating how many overtime hours they cost. I sat in cafes and read books just for pleasure. I went to the Louvre alone and stood in front of paintings until my feet hurt. I took selfies, hundreds of them, and didn't send a single one to Ashley. She texted a few times. First angry, then pleading, then silent. I didn't reply. Not yet. Maybe not ever in the same way. Because here's what I learned at 42, love doesn't mean limitless giving. Love doesn't mean erasing yourself. Love means boundaries. Love means choosing yourself sometimes, so you have something real to offer others. I'm back home now. The house feels different, quieter, but in a good way. My retirement account is rebuilding slowly. I started taking French classes at the community college. I bought new clothes that fit the body I have now, not the one I had at 20. Ashley got the job. She and Jake are making it work. I hear things through mutual friends. I hope they're happy. And if one day she calls not for money, but to say she understands, to say she's sorry, to say she wants her mother back in her life as a person, not a resource, maybe I'll answer. But it won't be because I owe her. It will be because I choose to. Because at 42, I finally learned that the most important graduation isn't the one with the cap and gown. It's the one where you walk away from people who make you feel small and toward a life that makes you feel whole. And I'm walking. One Paris croissant, one fearless step, one unapologetic day at a time.